One of the best features of Mercury is the ability to create and manage your own vendor fee panel. By importing your preferred appraisers, agents, and inspectors, you'll have the flexibility and customization options to create a truly streamlined selection process that ensures that the right vendor is being chosen on an order-by-order basis. To build your fee panel, selecting appraisers from the Mercury network, what you'll want to do is once you've logged in, you'll have the ability to create, customize, and have a compliant method for ordering your appraisals from here on out. Once you've logged into Mercury, simply click on the fee panel icon at the top of the screen. If this is your first time logging in to create a fee panel, you will not have any vendors listed in your fee panel tab as you see that I have here. To begin building your fee panel, click on the Fee Panel Builder button in the Action toolbar. From here, you'll have the option of either choosing appraisers already on the Mercury network or uploading a CSV file of your own appraisers. If you're unsure how to create a CSV file of your appraisers, simply watch our quick 5-minute video, Creating a CSV File, on our YouTube channel or our tutorial library at mercuryvmp.com. For this example, though, we are going to choose to pick appraisers from our Mercury network vendors. So all I'll do is just select the first one and then click on Next. So that we can narrow the results to appraisers that match your criteria, Mercury will then give you some narrowing options, including requiring a valid license and the amount of errors and omissions insurance that they should carry. Typically, it's best not to get too specific with all the selections when building your candidate list, as this might eliminate otherwise qualified appraisers from your search results. You can always narrow down the list from the results when Mercury returns the list of qualified appraisers. Next, you'll select the states where you'll need appraisers and then choose your city or counties and then add them to your selections. Once you've made your selections, simply click on the Finish button to have Mercury start compiling the list of preferred appraisers that you're looking for. When the list is completed, you will see a candidate list broken down by state and listed in individual folders on the left-hand side. From here, you can click on each individual state and browse the candidates. To see more information about a particular appraiser, simply highlight the appraiser's name and then click on the View from their profile category. This profile will give you all of the information about a particular appraiser, including years in business, types of appraisal work offered with their fees, and sample reports, copies of their E&O, and possibly even a copy of their license. To add an appraiser to your fee panel, simply click on the link at the bottom of their profile and they'll be added to your custom fee panel. Once you've completed your list of preferred appraisers, it's time to now customize your settings to get the full effect and flexibility of Mercury. This will include setting up custom groups as well as customizing the coverage areas that appraisers have selected, as well as selecting approved order candidates by the type of jobs that they offer. By clicking on your fee panel tab, you'll see a list of vendors. If you notice, all of my vendors here are listed in red. However, if you look to the left of each of my vendors' names, you'll see a small triangle which might sometimes appear in your fee panel. If you ever see this icon to the left of any of your vendors that you've selected, click on the icon and you'll see a list of possible conflicts or notifications that could affect this vendor's eligibility to receive orders in the future. If you have chosen to only use appraisers with valid appraisal license, Mercury scrubs our list of appraisers against the Appraisal Subcommittee's website, or asc.gov, to ensure that their license is indeed valid. However, if an appraiser hasn't updated the expiration date of their license on their profile, we will proactively send out notification emails for them to update the valid dates of their license. If the appraiser hasn't updated their information after 30 days, they are not removed from your fee panel, but they will be moved to a status of ineligible until they update their profile. This protects both you and the appraiser from potential conflicts later on. To help reduce the selection process of choosing an appraiser for every single order that you place in Mercury, we've implemented tools and features that will help automate this process. The first is the ability to create unique groups for including or excluding particular appraisers depending on the type of job or possible investor that you may be working with. This will also come in handy when you want to narrow the field regarding property types and sizes, or the types of review appraisals or review appraisers that you'd like to select for review jobs. Here are two examples of ways to use groups. The first is if you work with a particular investor that they have their own preferred list of appraisers or appraisers that are to be excluded from orders that will eventually go to that investor. The second example could be the type of appraisal that you're ordering. You might have a specific list of appraisers that you prefer to handle properties over a certain square footage or price. Either way, the creation of the customized group will be the same. All you'll do is simply click on the Order Groups button in the action bar at the top of the screen. You'll then see a list of all of the current groups that you have created already, and then to create a new group, all you'll do is click on the button that says Add New. And then click the Enter button. All of your appraisers are then selected, and you can then save this and then go back in and select the appraisers that should be excluded from future orders. Once I've saved this new group, I'll simply click on the link for under the vendors included and then be able to exclude or remove any of the appraisers that I do not want to receive this type of an order. Once I've finished, I simply click on the back button and it will now show me all of my groups customized to my exact settings. Keep in mind, you can create as many groups as necessary, and each group is completely editable at any time. And once you've created all of your groups and made your selection for preferred appraisers, the next order that you place in Mercury will give you the option for groups in your order form. As you're placing the order, you'll simply select the drop-down and then choose your particular group depending on the order parameters. Any appraisers that have been excluded from this list will now not be considered as a current appraiser that might be available for this job. Another benefit of Mercury is the ability to customize your appraiser selection by coverage area. When an appraiser builds their Mercury profile, they're asked to choose the city or counties where they provide coverage. In some cases, appraisers will choose every county in their state because they truly might offer appraisal statewide coverage. However, for your preferences, you would like to have the appraiser only be considered for specific counties or cities. To edit your preferred appraiser's coverage area, simply click on the coverage link and then leave only those counties checked where you want that appraiser to be considered for future appraisal orders. Just as you can select specific coverage areas for appraisers, you can do the same thing by narrowing the type of appraisal orders that they receive. If an appraiser offers manufactured housing, condo, and single-family residential appraisals, but you only want them considered for your condo appraisal orders, simply unselect the other two, and then they'll only be considered when you have a condo order in the future. We hope that this tutorial has served as an overview of what you can do with a fee panel, but if you have questions, please feel free to call our sales or our customer relations department at the numbers that you see here, and we'll be glad to do a personal walkthrough with you and answer any questions.